Hello, teams, and welcome to Phoenix. We've started to see some of you guys file in through the streets and into the convention center, getting ready for practices and check-in. So hopefully you guys are out and about and visiting the attractions in Phoenix and enjoying the sunny weather. It's supposed to cool off a little bit the next couple of days, so enjoy it now while we got it. Today we're going to have a quick captain's meeting to run through some important information that you guys need to know for the event, to make sure that you are aware of important information that will be responsible for as we go through the event. The most important thing as we get through, let's start with the roster process. This is a new process that we implemented a couple of years ago, and it's worked out very well for us. You guys have been getting emails about roster verification that you had to do. That roster verification is to make sure that you knew exactly, you had all your players with all their numbers correct. So after you did that roster verification, we have now printed out a roster for you that you will be picking up at check-in. And you are responsible for bringing that roster to every single match that you play. Hand that to the official. The officials are going to do their roster check for each match. And then you keep track of it. So if you do not show up with your match with this roster, you will be headed over to Championship Desk to purchase a new one for the low price of $20. So do not misplace it. Make sure it's in your bags. It's going to the gym because you're going to need it for every match. If you do lose it, you can come to Championship Desk and purchase a new one. If you have a number that's wrong on the roster, you're going to need to bring that roster to Championship Desk and make the roster change. We'll print out a new one for you. So it's important that these are correct. When you get these at check-in, I encourage you guys to have a team meeting, go through the roster one by one, make sure there's not a number that's wrong, because if you get to the match and it's wrong, we are not delaying the match for you. You're going to have to send that player up to Championship Desk, make the roster change, get a new roster printed before they're going to let him play. So make sure you guys take care of this one. This is one important last bit of administration stuff you got to do. All your coaches must be on the roster, or they're not going to be able to be on the bench. So if they're not on the roster, they're not allowed to be in the bench area. The officials will be enforcing this. I already mentioned if you do need to make a roster change for some reason or another because you just didn't get them all right, you need to take care of that tonight after check-in or before your match tomorrow, because like I said, we're not going to delay the match, and it's going to be a frantic situation for you and your team, especially if it's your setter. So that is your roster process. Tournament format. We love this tournament format. We have adopted this since 1985. We stuck with it, and we want to make sure you guys are aware of the different rounds. So there's 4 rounds of play for most of our divisions that we have stuck to. There's a pool play, which is this first round, 48 teams. There's 12 pools of 4 teams. The easiest and best way through this tournament is to make sure you win your pool on the first day, and you get to bypass this first intense round that we have on day 2, which is the challenge round. If you win it, you drop over here into your championship power pools. If you get 4th in your first day pool, you also bypass that round, and you are down here in the consolation power pools. If you get 2nd or 3rd, you're going to drop into this challenge round match and play a 3rd or 2nd place team from another pool from day 1. The winner of that challenge match then gets to go up into the championship power pools with the chance to still make gold. If you lose that challenge match, you drop down into consolation and no longer have a chance for gold. So this challenge round match is a really intense match. It's at 8 a.m. folks on Friday, so you got to get your teams into bed early Thursday night so that you're ready for this match. When we get to day 2, all teams, after you play this challenge round match, are going to be playing in 3-team pools. They're either the championship pools, still contending for gold and silver, or the consolation pools, which is contending for the remaining brackets. Those are 3-team pools. And then day 3, which will be Saturday, every team will be competing in a bracket. Whether it's gold, silver, bronze, copper, flight 1, everybody will be playing at some point in the day. So hopefully you've made your travel arrangements accordingly. We have a couple different variations of this. I'm going to go through that. The divisions listed here at the top. So here for men's division 2 AA, women's division 1 AAA, and women's division 3. There's one slight twist here on Friday night. We are breaking that 16-team gold bracket with a gold challenge match on Friday night, which will put you into silver or gold or silver. So make sure you're checking your schedule if you're in one of these 3 divisions, because you have that gold challenge match. For the first time in forever, we have introduced this year in Men's Division 1 AAA a 60-team division. So it's the exact same format all the way through. It's just there's more pools on day 1, there's more challenge matches on day 2, and there's more 3-team pools on day 3, leading into 10-team brackets on day Saturday. There is in this division as well another challenge match that's for the gold on Friday night, so check your schedule for this. We like to see how this 60-team format goes for us. In addition, for Men's Division 3AA, Women's Division 2AA, and Women's Division 3AA, we have a scenario here where when you get to your power pools, depending on how you place, if you get first, you go to gold, second, silver, and third, you go to bronze. In consolation, first to copper, second to flight 1, and third to flight 2. So a little bit different on those divisions as well. So check AES. AES is our tournament scheduling software system that we use. You're able to see full tournament schedule there. Live results are updated as they come in. Your pull assignments, your work assignments, this is your one-place stop for everything. We have QR codes throughout the gym for you to hit that and find your schedule out. If you need assistance with that, sometimes it's not the easiest if you've not navigated it before. Check with Championship Desk. The staff will be happy to help you walk you through the schedule so that you understand what you need to do. I have a couple of screenshots here we're going to go through here in just a second that will help you out with that. But one thing AES does, be patient, folks. Whenever you finish your match, if you don't see your scores for your match updated in AES, the referee is still buttoning up the court, getting those results either entered or walked over to Championship Desk so it can get entered. So if you don't see your next work assignment or your next team assignment, play assignment, then they are trying to get that over, and as soon as it's in, it will update and show you next where you're advancing to. So be a little bit patient there. This is the screenshots that I was telling you about. A couple of different ways to look at this. You can click over here on this button here that just shows pool and bracket, and this shows all the different pools. You can find your team within there, find your pool. But the way I like to tell teams is to go here to teams and then go and click on your particular team, and it will pull up a schedule that is just for your team. And in that schedule, you will see a section here for current schedule. So it shows you your opponents, when you're playing them, what day, what time, what court. This will always show you what's coming up for you. In addition, it shows you any work assignments you have. So in this pool, you have this round, this pool, you're going to be doing a work assignment on this court. It's usually intertwined with your playing teams, but not always. In addition, it shows you any future schedule. So this pool, the first place team and the second place team, you can see second place team is going to go here. Their next match will be here. It will show the pool you're moving to or the bracket you're moving to as well. So this will always be the best place for you to go. As long as you give it just a minute to get the score sheet in, it'll give you updates. Okay. So again, if you have any questions about tournament schedule, go to Championship Desk and they'll help you out. So that's the format and the schedule and how to read it. Let's talk a little bit about tiebreakers. There is opportunities or situations where we have tiebreakers in our format. We talked about the 14 pools here on day 1. There's opportunities for tie breaks or for ties in those pools, and we will do a tie break, as well as over here in the championship only power pools. There's a situation where there are tie breaks where a playoff is necessary. So we're going to go through those a little bit one by one here. If there's a two-way tie, we're obviously going to just use head-to-head results. Three-way tie, we got some playoff situations that we're going to walk through here one by one. We are only going to do playoffs in the situations where it eliminates a team from the gold bracket. In addition, those playoff sets will be played immediately following the final pool play match. Do not leave the convention center until you've verified that there is not a tie in your pool. Look in AES. AES will tell you as soon as your pool is done, it'll say a finish, first, second, third, fourth, or first, second, third. If there's not a finish there, your pool has not been decided yet. So do not leave until you see that and know that there is no situation for a playoff. We've had multiple years in a row where a team left and we could not get a hold of them and they ended up forfeiting their match. There's nothing we can do about it. The tournament's still moving on and there's no way to get that match rescheduled. So I'll mention that again because it's very important. So back to our tie, three-way tie situations. Three-way tie in pools for day one, 14 pools, we have 2 ways that there can be a 3-way tie. I'm going to start over here with tie number 2, and that is if there's a 3-way tie for first, second, and third. So it's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 0-3. This is the only situation. In this situation, all 3 teams are still advancing through, either into the challenge round or into the power pools, and still have a chance at gold. So we are not having a playoff in this situation. We'll be using pool ranking statistics to rank teams 1, 2, and 3, and they will move on to either the championship pools or to the challenge round. This situation over here, tie number 1, is the only time that we will play a playoff set. It will be a 1-set playoff to 25. In this case, what happens is 2 and 3 will be moving on, and the 4th place team, as you saw in the flow chart, will move over into consolation pools. So someone would be eliminated from gold. In this case, we will be using pool ranking statistics to figure out the highest ranking team. That team will ref a 1-set 25 points playoff between the other 2. So that is what we're doing for tie breaks on 14 pools on day 1. We have similar situation on day 2, where we are in 3-team pools. You're either in 3-team power pools or 3-team consolation pools. The consolation pools, if I jump down here and look, we are not doing playoff sets for consolation pools. There is no team that is still in the hunt for gold. If you're in consolation pools, we'll be using pool ranking statistics to move you on into copper, flight 1 or flight 2. If you are in the championship pools up here, and there are 3 teams that are tied for 2 positions, then they are tied in sets, matches 1-1 to 1-1 to 1-1. What we will be doing is 2 of these teams are advancing, 1 of them will be eliminated. So we will use pool ranking statistics to determine the highest ranked team. Again, that team will ref a 1-set playoff to 25 points between the second and third ranked teams. The winner of that match will advance off into the gold bracket. The loser will move down to silver. So that's how we're doing it if 3 teams are tied for 2 positions. In the other scenario here, if 3 teams are tied for 1 position, there is only 3 divisions where this could happen. Women's Division 2AA, Men's Division 3AA, and Women's Division 3AA only. In this case, if the 3 teams are tied in both match and set records, is the only time we're going to do a playoff, which is 1-1. All teams are 1-1 with 2 and 2 sets, or 1-1 with 3 and 3 sets. In this case, we will do pool ranking statistics to determine 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 will play each other with 1 reffing, and the winner of 2 and 3 will then play 1 to determine which team will move on to gold. So we're basically doing a little mini pool again with all 1 set to 25 points to determine who goes to gold. If the set records are not tied, we will use set ratio to determine which team goes to gold. That is not statistical. We're not going to eliminate on points, but if one team won everything in 2 and lost in 2 and have a better set ratio, that's what we're going to use. That's important to know on that one. So those are our tie-break situations. The pool ranking statistics that I was talking about, we use set ratio, all sets won divided by all sets played, and then points ratio, all points scored divided by all points scored against, and that is the 2 ratios. The higher the ratio, the better the ranking your team will have. I mentioned it already. Any 2-way ties, head-to-head match breaks the result, breaks the tie. Okay, moving on. I already mentioned playoff sets will be immediately following the conclusion of the pool. No exceptions. Do not leave the playing venue. If you're not able to be located, if we can't reach you, you will forfeit and we will move on. Okay, some general announcements real quick. All players and coaches, wristbands. You're going to be getting those at check-in. You must have them to get into any of the playing facilities, any of the playing halls. You must have it on your wrist. You must show the security guard to get in and out of the doors. You need it at any of the playing halls, the convention center, the ballroom upstairs. When we go to Chase, you're going to need your wristbands. Whether you're a player or a spectator, you need your wristband to get into the gates at Chase Field. And you want to make sure you have that wristband for the player party. Those are all required. Security will be there checking. If you lose your wristband, you will be charged admission to get basically the cost of admission to get a new wristband. So make sure you're keeping track of it and bringing it to the facility. If you get there, the security is just going to turn you away and send you back to the hotel to get it. If they are rubber wristbands, if they break, bring the broken one back to either admissions or to the championship desk, and we will give you a new one. We will swap it out, but we're not going to just give you a new one. Medics and trainers are on site. You will find them in both halls, upstairs and downstairs. If you look for the big red tent, then you will find the medics and trainers. They're fantastic to work with. So go to them if you have any medical needs. We have a policy for boomboxes, stereo, speakers, rolling producing devices, whatever you want to call them. We will allow them as long as you follow etiquette. Etiquette being, if you are using them for warm-up for your match, they are permitted only on the spectator side by the ref stand. Do not put them on the baseline and do not turn them up to full volume. Do not interfere with the adjacent court next to you. If you keep them at a respectable volume, just to warm up for your match, make sure you're not causing interference to the court next to you. You don't want them doing that to you, so don't do it to them. If we do hear any explicit language or profanity, it will result in suspension of all boomboxes for all teams. What we've said in the past is we will send out a text message to everyone that says boomboxes are no longer allowed, and we will let you know which team is the culprit of why you don't get to have them any longer. Tournament merchandise. We got some cool merch this year, shirts and jackets, t-shirts, long sleeves. The hoodies and the jackets are being provided this year by Red, who is one of our sponsors. They have some really nice apparel that the logos are being put on this year. So make sure you stop by the merchandise booth and pick those up. We probably will sell out. We are opening Wednesday this year, and then we're open 9 to 5 every day. Make sure you stop by and get some of that merchandise. Slunks is also here. They're going to have a big booth. You can't miss them. They're the neon colors. They have provided us a NCVF themed pair of slunks this year. Phoenix and NCVF will be on those, so make sure you stop by their booth and pick up some of those as well. They're always a hit at the tournament. Championship matches, real quick. We've got 14 divisions this year, so we are just cramming in championship match after championship match. We will be in 2 different locations. Most of our championship matches will be upstairs in the ballroom, 301. So that's where court 88 will be. We've got a couple other feature courts up there, so we got plenty of space for some nice championship matches. Our final 4 matches this year will be at Chase Field, the home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We were there in 2022. It's an awesome atmosphere and should be for some good volleyball. So that's where those will be. Championship matches, more information here. I'm going to skip down here to security. At Chase Field, there is a clear bag policy. They have a list of items that are prohibited and those that are permitted. Make sure you go online and check that out, and only clear bags will be allowed in. They're pretty serious about the security there. No alcohol will be allowed into the facility, and there is controlled access. Again, you must have your wristband to get in. We are live webcasting all of our matches. Baller is one of our vendors that we're using, so you can go onto the NCVF website and get information about how to get access to Baller and get that to your folks back at home who were not able to join and see you play matches throughout the event. We also have one of our former alumnus, Rob St. Clair, who's doing live webcasting on some feature courts throughout the day on Thursday, Friday, and he will be broadcasting all championship matches, many championship matches. I don't know if he's able to do all 14 of them, but those will be broadcast on the NCVF YouTube channel. So make sure you guys have subscribed and get out there and watch some of those as well. And you can send that link back to anyone who isn't able to make it. All tournament information real quick. The following divisions will have a all tournament meeting for teams that made it into the gold bracket for these divisions. Men's Division 1, Men's Division 2, Men's Division 3, the same for the women, D1, D2, and D3. Those tournaments meetings usually take place right after the championship match. So look for information. There's all the information I'm sharing. If you look at the top of AES in the menu, there's a menu called Files. It has all the flow charts that we've gone through. It has the playoff situations, and it will have the ATT meeting schedule of what time and where the location of those meetings are. We're also going to be sending out text messages to you guys, so you'll get that information. For players that do get selected as all tournament, we have an MVP, first and second team for some teams. You can pick up those awards. There's a photo booth that you'll see in the vendor area that they're able to pick up until 6, or if it's after that, we have moved all of our operations over to Chase Field. You can pick them up there. So we will send out information about all tournament winners to those that won on where to pick up. Moving forward into the future, where are we going to be going forward? 2026, we've had some options that are out there. If we could spin the wheel and see which one of these locations we could possibly end up in for 2026. The winner ended up being, we are back to Kansas City, one of our favorite home away from homes. We've had the event there many times. It's actually, when we send out surveys, one of the fan favorites. And the city is very, very accommodating to us logistically. So we like going back to Kansas City, and we're going to probably continue to go back there in the future. So I hope you guys are excited about that. If you've been there before, you're going to enjoy going back. 2026, probably not enough. We decided we should probably let you guys know what else is happening in the future. We might in 2027 be in a brand new location for the first time. NCVFs will be going to the Southeast in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a new city for us. We're excited about this venture with them, and they are excited to host us. So I want to let you know for 2027, we'll be in Atlanta, and let's just do it in 3-year spurts and let you know where we're going to be in 2028. 2028, back to Phoenix. So we put Phoenix in the rotation now with Kansas City. So we will be back to Phoenix in 2028. So hopefully this helps you guys at fundraising and budgeting to plan your years out and know what you're going to need to do in order to get to those cities. So we hope you guys are excited about our future, but futures in the future, let's go out into Phoenix. Let's represent your teams, yourselves, and the NCVF in a good light. Enjoy yourselves. Have a fantastic tournament, and may the best teams win.